Hello students, how are you all? I think fine. I am Rina Fatisharia ma'am of Oxford High School. Today I will take a small session on Commercial Studies subject of class 10, chapter 2 Marketing and Sales, section A part Importance and Function of Marketing. Dear students, first of all I want to explain the meaning of market. Market is referred to a place where all buyers and sellers used to come and meet with each other. Those who want to buy something, they can purchase their product for according to their needs, and those who want to sell the product, they can sell the product and they can earn the money. So as market is very known to all of us, so for that reason we have understood whenever we need something we have to go to market, and according to our needs we have to purchase the product from the market. So it is very important and necessary place. Students, we can classify the market in 8 ways. Number 1, on the basis of geographical area. Number 2, on the basis of the position of buyer and seller. Number 3, on the basis of the volume of business transacted. Number 4, on the basis of the subject of exchange. Number 5, on the basis of nature of transaction. Number 6, on the basis of standpoint of economics. Number 7, on the basis of time, and last number 8, on the basis of consumption. Students, we can classify the market on the basis of geographical area. There is a 4 category of the market. Number 1, local market. Local market means, I think you have seen already in your locality also having a small market. That means the business activity of that market is very much limited and specific, and area also very small, only the local area. That is called local market. Number 2, regional market. Regional market is the market where the activities are restricted to the regional only, a specific regional. Number 3, national market. National market means some business activities must be done within a country. It should be restricted and it should be done within a country. Number 4, international market. From the name only I think you have understood, international means when the business activity must be done from one country to another country. That is called international market. Now we will classify the market on the basis of position of buyer and seller. There are 3 categories of the market. Number 1, primary market. In this primary market, producer directly will give the product to the wholesaler. Wholesaler means a group of persons, those who are taking the bulk amount of product from producer and giving small amount of product to the retailer. That is called wholesaler. Number 2, secondary market. In this market, wholesaler will give small quantity of the product to the retailer. Number 3, terminal market. In this market, retailer will give the product directly to the consumer. Now we will classify the market on the basis of the volume of the business transacted. There are 2 types of market. Number 1, wholesale market and retail market. Wholesale market means in this market, wholesaler will give large quantity of the product to the retailer. And retailer market means retailer will give small quantity of the product to the consumer. Now students, I will explain the classification of market on the basis of the subject of exchange. There are three categories of the market: commodity market, money market and capital market. Commodity market means in this market we can purchase and sold any kind of commodities according to some rules and convention. Number 2, money market. From the money market, any business enterprise can get short-term financial support through banking system. Third, capital market. From the capital market, any business enterprise can get long-term financial support through banking service. That means money market is giving short-term financial support and capital market is giving long-term financial support. Now we will explain classification of market on the basis of nature of transaction. Here two categories of the market. Number 1, spot market. Number 2, future market. Spot market means from this market any commodities physically can transfer to one person to another person. That means when anybody want to purchase any product or commodities, they will give the money and they will get the product. This physically transaction should be done in this market. That means that is called spot market. Number 2, future market. In this future market, we are not going to transact any physical product or we are not receiving any money. But in this market, we are creating contracts, whatever should be done in future. For that reason, now at present, in front of the buyer and seller, we are making a contract. That is called future market. Now I will explain the classification of market on the basis of standpoint of economics. There are two categories of the market. Number 1, perfect competition market. Number 2, imperfect competition market. Number 1, perfect competition market. In this market, we can see according to the demand, proper supply of the product is available. That is called perfect competition market. That means whenever demand will increase, automatically we can give the proper supply of that product. Number 2, imperfect competition market. In this market, demand and supply is not sufficiently available in the market. Whenever demand will increase, the sufficient supply of that product is not available. For that reason, some maladjustment we have to do. That's why it is called imperfect competition market. Now I will explain the classification of market on the basis of time. There are three categories of the market: very short period market, short period market and long period market. Very short period market. In this market, supply always fixed. For that reason, there is a demand in the market and that demand playing an important role for to keep the price fixed. Number 2, very short period market. In this market, supply can be adjusted with demand up to the existing point. Next, long period market. As this market is continuing long period, for that reason there are also adjustments between supply and demand. Now, the last classification of market on the basis of consumption. Number 1, consumers market. Number 2, producers market. In this consumers market, we can use the produce goods or commodities directly to the individual consumption. Number 2, producers market. In this market, produced goods or commodities we can use for the factors of the new production. Organized market. In the organized market, every transaction can be effected according to some rules, regulations, customs and conventions. Then only transaction can be done. There are two categories of organized market. Number 1, commodity market, wherever all types of commodities are available, and finance market, those who are giving the financial support to the business organization. Financial market also having few categories. Number 1, money market. Number 2, financial institution. Number 3, stock exchange. Number 4, investment trust. And number 5, insurance. Now, marketing. Marketing is one kind of business activity. We can say through marketing, product will be available in front of the customer. It is a direct flow of goods and services from producer to customer. There are two kinds of approaches. Number 1, traditional approach, and number 2, modern approach. We can see in the traditional approach, producer has given main focus on product and their maximum profit is their main object. But in the modern approaches, we have seen the main focus they have given to make the customer satisfied, because they know if the customer satisfaction we will get, then automatically profit will be maximized. Now students, I will explain the objectives of marketing. There are many objectives. Number 1, creating demand. Every business organization, they are producing different types of product, but we don't know that. We are getting the information from advertisement. They want to spread the information towards customer because they want to create the demand of that product in the market. Next, providing consumer satisfaction. The main object of any business organization is that to give 100% satisfaction to the consumer. After utilizing of any product, if the customer are very happy, very much satisfied, then that is the main objectives of any business organization. Then automatically selling percentage will increase. Capturing the market. How to capture the market? In the market, we all know that many competitors are there for same product. Like Bisque Farm company also producing biscuits, Britannia company also producing biscuits, Sunfeast company also producing biscuits, but which one we will choose? As we all are customer, we have to decide as per the product taste, as per the quality of the product, and as per the supply of the product. If everything can be done very smoothly, very properly, then automatically market capturing can be done by the business organization. Coordination and integration. In the business organization, there are many departments like production department, purchasing department, selling department, packaging department, advertisement department, supply departments, etc. If the marketing department can do their work very smoothly, then automatically other departments will run also smoothly because they all are correlated and interdependent. Promotion reputation. What is reputation? Reputation is one type of goodwill of the company. But how to maintain the goodwill? When the product's quality can be maintained years after years and the customer will feel very happy to after using the product, then we can say the reputation will increase. Maximum profit. How to earn the profit? Profit is depending on the percentage of sales. If the selling percentage will increase, then profit can be maximized. But how to increase the sales? Sales can be increased if the customers are satisfied about your product. So all these things we have to maintain properly, then only profit will be maximized. Service to society. If in the market all the products availability is there, if in our local area also we are getting our product whenever we feel and whenever we need, then we can say it is properly service of the society. Attaining long-term goal. Every business organization, their main goal to maintain and continue their business years after years. So for that reason, they have to maintain the quality of their product. Hope you all have understood the objectives of marketing. Now I will explain the importance of marketing. There are many points. Number one, sources of revenue. We know revenue means the inflow of cash. In any business, from where cash will come back? Cash will come back if the proper selling can be done. If the proper marketing can be done, then only cash can come to the company through profits. Next, creating employment opportunity. For to complete the marketing process successfully, we need many people all together. For that reason, employment opportunity will increase and many people will get the job. Next, satisfaction of the consumer goods. Consumer goods, when the customer are utilizing daily basis, so that all those products must be giving proper supply and the customer should get the 100% satisfaction. Next, synchronization, production and consumption. From the market, we can understand the taste of the customer. According to that taste, we have to change our product, we have to modify our product. Improving standard of living. If our production is sufficiently done and supply also done, for then our customer will get all the product at a time, whatever they need and when they need. So automatically their standard of living will be improved. Facilitating transfer and exchange of goods and services. Marketing department not only giving the product, they are giving the supply of the product one area to another area. They have taken the liability, they how to send the product or how to give the proper service to the customer one corner to another corner of the country. Next, making possible large scale production. When any business is going to start, first of all they are trying to complete the small scale production. Slowly if they increase their demand and their profit will increase, and they can attempt for the large scale of the production. Next, helping in developing an economy. If business can be doing proper economical support, they can get the sufficient profit, then we can say it is the economical support and development of the business. Next, basis for making decision. From the market, we are getting the information about the customer or about our product demand. On the basis of that, we have to take the decision what to produce, when to produce, and where to give the supply. Next, distinct business activity. We need the business activity should be active years after years. Creating a various utilities. When the product will be available in the market, we have to spread towards customer what is the main utility of the product. Next, accelerating the other activities. For to complete the business activity, for to complete the marketing activity, many too much expenses are related with marketing, like transport, insurance, take the warehouse, give the rent, etc., etc. For that reason, other all activities we have to make it stop. Then only we can give the main focus for the accelerating the marketing activities. Next, exploring the foreign markets. When we can get the successful result from our country about our product, then our product we can give it to the foreign country also. Next, bringing the prosperity to the business. Business main goal to maintain and continue years after years successfully. That's why it is called business. Now we will move to the function of marketing. There are three types: exchange activities, supply activities, and facilitating activities. Number one, exchange activities. There are two work: buying and assembling and selling. Buying and assembling means any business organization, they will purchase the raw material for to create new production or for to produce new production. Number two, sellings. That is the very important part of the business. From sellings, we can earn revenue of the business. When we will sell our product in the market, then we will earn profit. From there, we can create the revenue of the business. Next, supply activity. Transportation and storage. Transportation means from any business organization, they want to sell their product to one place to another place. For that reason, require transportation. Through transportation, any business organization can send their product one area to another area. And storage. In time of giving supply of any product, we require storage, because we can keep all the finished goods, all the final product inside the storage with safety. For that reason, we can give the supply to the customer in time. Next, facilitating activities. There are many points. Number one, financing. As we are all our customer, sometimes we need the financial support from any company or any business organization. Like, suppose we need any product, but we don't have sufficient money just now. But we have to purchase the product. Then how to purchase? If any business organization or if any company will give you the credit facility, so no need to pay full amount at a time. Now you are giving a certain amount. After that installment basis, monthly wise, you can pay the full settlement. Then being a customer, it will be very helpful for us. Next, price determinations. Before selling any product, business organization want to create the price of the product. How to create? First of all, they have to see what is the product, what is the nature of the product, how much quantity we are providing. It is very necessary goods or it is luxury goods. On the basis of everything, then only price will be decided. Next, packaging. Every product package should be very attractive. Then customer will be very much eager to take the product. You can remember, suppose we are also going to any front of any shop and we have seen a nicely decorated things inside the showcase. So that time we used to ask to shopkeeper, just sir, what is that? We want to know about the product, but how? From the attraction of the package. So packet is very much important and that is very attractive. That's why we want to see what is actually product. Next, grading. We have to do the gradation of the product as per the quantity and as per the quality or as per the market demand. Next, sales promotion. According to the demand of the customer, product should be modified. Otherwise, sales percentage will not be increased. Risk taking. Risk for the business always is available, so we have to accept it. But we can do one thing. When any problem will come or not, that we don't know, we cannot predict beforehand, but we can take the support of any insurance company. If we will do any insurance for any accidental problem, that insurance company will give us the proper financial support. Next, market research. Through the marketing, we are getting the proper feedback of the customer about any product. What is the product, and the product is giving the proper and 100% satisfaction to the customer or not. That is called market research. And market research is very helpful because from the market research we can understand where we have to do the modification of our product. So product planning and development is also possible after market research. Now we will discuss the difference between marketing and sellings. Marketing and sellings both are a very important and vital part of the business. But then also something differentiation is there. Like marketing is the wider part of the business, but sellings is one part of marketing. Marketing is customer oriented, but selling is product oriented. Marketing can be possible before producing any product, but sellings we have to do after producing the product. Marketing, the main aim is that to give 100% satisfaction to the customer, whereas the sellings main aim is to increase the volume of sales. Marketing always concerned about external issues, and sellings always concerned about internal issues. Okay children, hope you all have understood section A part of chapter 2. Section B onwards I will teach you through online classes. Go through chapter 2 section A part. I have given the questions beforehand. Please write it down all the answer. I will check your copy when the school will reopen. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.